Welcome to Retiring Right Dallas. I'm Jackie Polisi, and if you're thinking about retiring or you're already there, then you'll want to see all that this retirement destination has to offer. It's a sense of community that awaits you at Webb Trinity Falls, where you'll meet people who share the same interests and passion for life with all the luxuries of resort-style living.
Do you wanna go? Let's go. Red light, it's time to go, go, go. Green light, it's time to go, go, go. Let's go. Red light, it's time to go, go, go. Green light, it's time to go. Make up, let's go. Do you wanna go?
This beautiful active adult community of Webb at Trinity Falls is located in McKinney, Texas, just 30 miles north of downtown Dallas. McKinney is a picturesque city with a small town feel close to the Metroplex. But it's the big-time sense of community that's making folks fall in love with Webb Trinity Falls, literally.
I have to admit, I don't use the word love very often, but I did fall in love with the neighbors. And they're probably all going to laugh because I tell them I don't like it here. And in reality, I don't like it here. I love it here. I mean, the people are great. We just got here and people was inviting us in their homes. Didn't even know you from Adams.
What I love is if you go outside, you know, if a neighbor sees you outside, they come out and before you know it, you've got like there's 10 of us standing around talking, you know, and I've never had that before in any of my other neighborhoods, you know, and I love it. I love that. That's why I moved here.
In the 3.5 months we've been here, we've spent more time, meaningful time, sharing time with our neighbors and the neighborhood than we in the 3.5 months than we did in 13 years. And it's because we all are in a similar place in our life.
I mean, you just can't, you go out your front door, out your back door, you're talking up, you know, over your fence, and then just walking over, you know, every day, you know, our neighbors to the left, to the right.
I just say we have the fun street.
Oh yeah, our street, and I would say it's forgotten. It's forgotten Forest Way, and there's nothing forgotten about it. Let me tell you, when we do have stuff that goes on here, and I'm not putting down anybody else's streets, you know, on purpose. It might sound like it. But ours, and what's the street next to ours?
Tranquil.
Tranquil, and there's nothing tranquil about them anyways. Let me tell you, our two streets combined, I think that we put the party in USA. Like I said, you can't go out to your mailbox. I mean, there's no such thing as a 2-minute walk. You walk outside, you're outside for 20, 30 minutes.
We hold little block parties, you know, and then before you know it, we have people from Tranquil Trail coming down and Rough Hollow come over. And
Those are called pop-up social hour.
yes, yes.
It really
Come out of nowhere, right? You've come from the same generations,
Right.
for the most part, and you may have had different hobbies and interests and careers in your past life, but now you're all together really sharing the best parts of your life.
And it's fun to find out what other people have done in their life, and it's a great community.
We may not all be able to play pickleball or do water aerobics or play pool volleyball and things like that, but the ones that can't watch and they cheer us on. And some of those that don't do or can't do that are doing activities that I'm not comfortable with. So it's a great feeling, and you know that about each other. We are all neighbors in this community. It's not just the left or the right or the behind you or across the street. It's like a block or 2 blocks are all your neighbors.
It's a true community. It really is. It's a great lifestyle.
I want to know what it is about Webb that makes them so special in a community like this one here at Trinity Falls?
I think it's just like when you listen to the song that takes you back to a certain stage of life. It's like going back to college. There's all these friends to make. Everyone's at the same life stage. There's no kids around, so it's just constant parties and activities, exploring new things that you never thought you had an interest in. And so it's just moving in the same community with like-minded people that want adventure and fun and hobbies and new activities. And there's a lifestyle director to do that. You've worked so long, so why not come out and have fun and explore all that life has to offer in that stage of your life.
I love pickleball. I'd be up here every night of the week if I could. I learned when I got here, and it's just fun. It's just great.
The court itself, you've seen, is about half the size of a tennis court. So for us older people that has issues with our knees now or our back, we don't have to run as far or run as hard, especially when you're playing teams. It's still hard enough where you're competitive. And that's something that a lot of us here, you know, it's surprising how many women, more so than men here, that are very competitive.
Tell me about the energy when you're on the court. What is that like then when you're with people and you've got your adrenaline running?
I am very competitive. I am, even at this age, I'll admit it.
Well, they act like teenagers, to be honest with you. Oh, yes, they do.
No.
They're out there giggling, laughing, and heaven help if somebody does a boo-boo, you know, because they're not laughing at you, they're laughing with you. Yeah. And that's what I mean. I know it sounds kind of corny after a while and repeating itself, but it is the community atmosphere. I didn't think that I would find that I would enjoy that. And again, here goes the third time. I'm wrong on that, you know.
Of course, pickleball is just one of the many popular activities here at Webb Trinity Falls. In fact, there's a full calendar of events thanks to a full-time lifestyle director. Andy Engelhoff is lucky enough to have the title of lifestyle director here at Webb Trinity Falls. And Andy, I know that it's a job that keeps you on your toes.
It is something that really doesn't stop, Jackie. We have our on-site events that are going on during our calendar season, but also off hours. We like to have options for our homeowners. So a lot of those things right now are the active fitness activities. You were talking about pickleball earlier. First of all, that is the #1 activity in Webb communities nationwide. I've since learned that, so I am pressing hard into that for our homeowners. They really enjoy it. We have our bocce ball court, as well as our outdoor pool, where we have 2 separate water aerobics classes already going, led by homeowners.
We play water volleyball on Sunday afternoons, and we do water aerobics and bocce ball. It's as active as you want. It's wonderful. I love it.
What do you look forward to doing when things get back to normal? What kinds of activities are you looking forward to taking part in?
Well, I've started a book club, and our first meeting will be Tuesday. There's 10 members as of now. Read the first book, so that'll be fun. Just having the amenity center open up, being able to do, you know, just bunco, some card games. So just getting together. You know, I'm sure we'll come up with some, you know, fun stuff to do.
And isn't that great that if you have an idea, you can share it with the lifestyle director and you're like, sure, we'll put a club together.
That's right.
Right. The lifestyle team has done the best that they can in this situation, and I would say they've gone even beyond that with different food trucks, dessert trucks, things like that that show up to bring us out.
We've had some Zoom meetings, you know, where we've had chocolate tasting. We did a paint, you know, like a paint board class. That was fun. They do a Tech Tuesday.
We've done a ton of virtual things in this 2020 season, which has been great. It's challenged us in what we do. It's challenged our homeowners to kind of step out of their comfort zone, whether it's getting on the Facebook Live, getting on Zoom, doing a virtual bingo. We've pivoted some of our groups and clubs like book club. We have an events group, and we're able to communicate and coordinate virtually now with them versus in person. We will get back in person sooner than later, and it'll be great. But for right now, super encouraged at just how everybody's adapting.
Well, now's your time to brag about this amazing amenities center here at Trinity Falls. It's brand new, just newly celebrated, and it really complements the resort lifestyle vibe that's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, just a tremendous, the pool right now, it's unbelievable. The feedback, the aesthetics, just the ambiance, that is where we're really trying to build. We have state-of-the-art equipment in our gym. Folks are getting up there and being active. You know, we have certain parts right now that are open and certain that aren't, which is fine. And eventually when it's all open, it'll be amazing.
Well, it's a resort. It has a resort feel. It is. If you see it, it's beautiful.
When that opens, where we can get back to the whiskey and the cigars, and the ladies can do their activities, we can do things as couples. You know, we're all looking forward to that day, and it can't come soon enough.
It is fun, and if you're just going to be a stick in the mud, this is not for you. If you can stay in your home all day and watch TV, if that's what you want to do, this is not the place for you. We spend more time doing than what we did when we were working. I'm sure a lot of retirees would tell you that themselves, that it seemed like work was playtime compared to today because, again, we're so busy.
I wouldn't call it much of a retirement community. It is an active community as much as you want to be active. And we look at it, at our age, we're some of the younger ones in the neighborhood, to where, heck, neighbors that are well older than us are more active than us. And we feel like we need to keep up with them.
And everybody helps everybody. If anybody needs anything, everybody's there to help. It's really doesn't feel like it's only been a few months.
It's not your grandfather's retirement anymore, is it?
It is not.
No,
It is
and
not.
grandfather it'd be quiet. You know, if you'd, like he said, if you don't want to be active, it's quiet, it's beautiful just driving in. It's a little bit of something for everybody.
Greg, while I know you've gone back to work, in your mind, what does retiring right look like?
I'll be honest, I am somewhat jealous that I went back to work because of what I see. Not a regret, because I certainly love what I do, but I look forward to being the neighbors that I have.
You have a little bit of FOMO.
Fear of missing it. Trust me, he doesn't miss out very often, but it's something to look forward to for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I never dreamed that retirement would be this good. Honestly, I never dreamed that. I'm just having the time of my life.
Is this what you call retiring right?
It is, definitely. It is.
Are you ready to trade your old community for one that was created with you in mind? Well, just because you've retired doesn't mean you're tired. Live life to the fullest with all the amenities and the resort lifestyle you deserve. When we come back, we'll see why Del Webb homes continue to top the list of America's best 55+ communities. There can be a lot of moving parts when you're preparing your finances for retirement. How can you be sure you're making the right decisions to meet your long-term goals? Are all of your assets working on your behalf to maximize return? At Mutual of Omaha, our financial professionals are specifically trained to help you answer these questions. They're able to draw upon the knowledge and resources of Mutual of Omaha and its affiliates to help you meet your personalized retirement goals. With our product lineup, you'll have a variety of flexible investment options that can help you enjoy retirement on your own terms and leave a financial legacy for your loved ones. Find out how we can help at mutualofomaha.com/investments or call toll-free 800-931-9210. At Mutual of Omaha, we are mutually invested in your future. Here at Webb Trinity Falls in McKinney, Texas, there are 6 single-story models to explore. We're inside one of them right now. It's called the Tangerly Oak, and I'm joined today by Walker Wagner. She's a sales associate with Webb, and it happens to be one of your favorite models.
Absolutely. This is a great layout. We have lots of natural light that pours into most of our plans. There's a sunroom option, which people love. So one person can be in the study, one person can be in the sunroom, each being doing their own thing. So we really love this floor plan. It also has a tandem garage. So if you have an activity that you like kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, motorcycle, golf cart, there's plenty of space to be able to go and have fun in the community in the hobbies that you love.
Well, this is absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to explore the other models. But first, let's talk about really what Webb stands for and why they're so good at making homes in a 55-plus community.
Yeah, so Webb since the 1960s has had a focus on lifestyle. So it's getting together with other people your age that are like-minded in pursuing new hobbies and activities. And we do have a lifestyle director, Andy, on site that plans all the activities and the parties. And then if you want to plan a group and charter your own, you can do that as well. We have our own center that's nice and quiet with no kids, but you can also go enjoy 2 other amenity centers at Trinity Falls. So there's a lot that we offer. We're just a little pocket. We've got the best land position. We're right around all of the mature trees, but we have access to 20 miles of hike and bike trail and 5 ponds. There's concert areas, and then you actually can walk and run back in the woods too. It doesn't even feel like Texas to me back there. It's beautiful, and we're kind of the Webb in nature. That's what we're known for.
Talk about the vibe in this community. What is it like here?
It's very upbeat. You know, even in the pandemic, people are getting in on the driveways with lawn chairs and toasting across to different neighbors and ordering food. And we can't really stop them from getting together and partying. They wear their mask and they're safe, but they moved out here for friendship and community, and they're seeking it whether we're shut down or not.
You've mentioned community a couple of times, and we know that there's a sense of bringing people together and encouraging that. Why do you think that's so important at this stage of life?
I think that people have done a great job raising their kids and working really hard, and now they want to retire and they want to have some fun. That's what they've been waiting their whole life to do. So why not come to a community like that? It's almost like going to college again and having the dorms and meeting new friends and having socials and classes and dances, but this time, no exams. People are just loving moving in. There's new closings, about 15 closings every month, so constantly new people pouring in the community. And it's so fun for me as I work 6 months to build a house with people to see who makes the connections, who ends up dating, love connections, you know. Matchmaking. Or best friends. I'm like, oh, of course, Jane and Sue are best friends. Like, I could have pegged that just by knowing their personalities. So it's just a blessing to see everybody come together and have so much fun.
What does home look like here? What is a Webb home?
I think that people come in their 50s and 60s typically, but they want to stay here as long as they absolutely can. So we do wider hallways, we do lots of natural light, open concept plans. You can do an option where you raise the dishwasher up where it's a little bit easier on your back. So we just try to have some plans that you can live in for a long time and be really comfortable with.
Spacious. Really spacious plans that are available, those kitchens that invite entertaining, backyard space, all of that is really important so that you can keep fulfilling those really wonderful years of your life.
Absolutely. I mean, where there's a food, there's a party. So whether you're grilling on the patio or you're cooking up drinks and cocktails and appetizers in the kitchen, it's great to have people over to your home and enjoy time with new friends.
What is it about your home that you really, really love?
I mean, I'll say the best part for me is our back patio. You know, they put covered patios in on most of the homes. Some people choose not to have them. We certainly wanted that. So I love the outdoor space. And there's
to grill.
I love to grill. I've got my smoker. And the other reason for the outdoor space is it gives us the opportunity to see the neighbors. What happens is it's not just hi, it's like, get yourself a drink and come on over. And we go sit on their patio.
I still wake up and think we've moved, and I just love it. I just love how it feels. You know, we picked out the finishes, you know, that we like.
You know, these homes are really built for us. We got to pick virtually everything that we wanted in our home from a great selection that Webb had.
Tell us a little bit about price ranges and floor plans.
Sure. So we are 10 one-story plans out here. So stairs can be dangerous for this client, and a lot of people have big houses, especially our Texas clients, that they want to move out from. They never go upstairs, they don't use it, or they have a pool and they don't want to maintain it. So just one stories, 1,300 to 2,800 square feet is our square footage range, and we start in the 240s and can go up to the 500s if you are picking a view of the woods or backing to our new amenity center, some of the views we offer right now.
Well, the one thing that we absolutely love is it's one story, and we love the open concept. And the kitchen is beautiful, and it's very workable, and I love it. We downsized, and you know, I never thought a house with the square footage that we've gotten. We've just got a 2-bedroom with a flex room. I am a big crafter, so I use the flex room for my crafts. I love it. I love the open concept. I love the design, you know, everything.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I think we had about 1,800 square foot, give or take, and it really feels like a 2,500 to 2,800 square foot because of the openness.
Well, I can tell you what I don't miss. I don't miss stairs. Because we had a deck with some stairs, and then we have an older dog. This is perfect. Everything is just kind of on one level. Can go out the front, the back. It's easy. The quality, you know, we have the pull-out drawers. Just makes it easier, especially as we get older. Although we want to stay young, you know, it makes it easy. The easy entry in the shower, you know, things that are built for, you know, our next phase in life.
These homes are just, again, you can't say enough about how they're laid out. They're just perfect for couples, and when you have the grandkids over, you know, you do get that little extra room that you can have for that.
What does that multi-generational interaction look like, especially when you have Trinity Falls as the greater community and then Del Webb here? You've got grandparents here who may have their children and their grandchildren just around the street.
It's always kind of without fail, it's all about the grandkids. They want to see the ballet recitals and they want to see the baseball games. And so it's nice that we do have the 2 centers that you can go to with the grandkids there. And then there's a tricycle racetrack, there's a dog park, there's a grandkids splash pad. So Del Webb kind of has gotten smart. We used to just have big communities that were all age restricted. Now we're carving out pockets in multi-generational communities. So there's access and fun. It opens the door to far more amenities than we could do just by ourselves.
Well, it makes sense for the way folks are living today.
Yep, I agree. Absolutely.
Who is the perfect resident for Del Webb Trinity Falls?
I think just someone that is a go-getter and wants to enjoy everything that life has to offer. So a lot of energy, the one that's going to say, oh, there's somebody new, let me knock on their door and take them cookies, you know, or you know what, I've always wanted to ride a Vespa, I never have. I think I'll go rent one or I'll go buy one, and just that type of young, fun, young at heart and attitude would fit in great here.
You know, you work all your life and who knows what tomorrow brings, so make the best of every day and, you know, just be happy.
What else would you like to tell us about Del Webb?
Well, I, of course, want to invite anyone to come on out and take a tour of these beautiful models. We have a great team here, and I have been to several locations, and I really love this one because of the trees and the size. You know, we have some that are 3,000 and 5,000 homes. This is 537 at Build Out, and we're kind of half single and half couple, so that will be 700 to 800 people. It's going to be a good, tight-knit community, and already the first 100 people have closed. They're upbeat and fun, they're welcoming, and so I just want everybody to come and give us a look and see if that lifestyle and all the friendships that you could find here is a good fit for them.
If you're looking for that sense of community along with resort-style living right outside your new home, then you should consider your next chapter in life right here at Del Webb Trinity Falls.
Welcome to Retiring Right. I'm Joanne Bauer, and I am joined today by Justin Gran with Mutual of Omaha. And you are in for a treat because he's going to help us understand the basics of Medicare and supplemental insurance because it can actually be rather confusing. So Justin, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Let's just start really truly at the beginning. What is Medicare?
Simply put, Medicare is a federal health care program for those that are above age 65.
Okay, that sounds pretty simple and easy, not too confusing so far.
Well, we haven't gotten to the confusing part yet of actually selecting a plan. Everyone starts on Medicare with Parts A and B. That's where we begin. Now there's also Part C and D that come into play as well.
Okay, so it's sort of like the alphabet here, so it's starting to get a little bit more confusing.
Yeah, so A and B are original Medicare. And again, that's the foundation for selecting your next plans. So Medicare Part A is anything that covers inpatient hospital care, inpatient skilled nursing care, as well as hospice. But it does not cover long-term care in terms of home health care, assisted living, or nursing home.
Okay, Medicare Part B.
Part B is essentially everything outside the hospital, I like to describe it as. So we're talking doctor's visits, specialist visits, supplies, medical supplies for anything Medicare approved outside the hospital.
So with Medicare Part A and B, it does seem like a lot is covered, but it's not everything. So what then does C and D cover?
So Medicare Part D is what you will pick up when you have original Medicare and you leave it with A and B. This is going to cover your Part D drugs, your prescription drug coverage. Now, Part C is a Medicare Advantage plan. Medicare Advantage plan is a way you can combine Parts A, B, and sometimes D through private insurance.
Awesome, so now we have a better understanding of Medicare Part A, B, C, and D. So the question I have is there a cost or is this free?
Yeah, so Medicare Part A traditionally is of no cost because you've paid Medicare taxes for the last 10 years. Medicare Parts B and D do have a premium. And then a supplemental plan, if you go the route of B and D, also carries a premium.
So let's talk a little bit about how we then take advantage of these benefits. Is there a specific enrollment process and or period?
Correct. So there's a couple enrollment periods I'll describe today. Initially, there's the initial enrollment period, which is 7 months. It starts between 3 months before your 65th birthday and it stretches 3 months after your 65th birthday. This gives you open enrollment into a Medicare supplement policy after you signed up for original Medicare. This is very important because if you opt to go away from a Medicare supplement, you may have to go through medical underwriting down the road to enroll into such one of these plans. So this may be the only time you have to get into a plan without answering any medical questions. So the second enrollment period is the annual enrollment period, or AEP. This is the traditional time frame that people will go through and they'll change their Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage coverage or their drug coverage. It runs from October 15th to December 7th every year, and the coverage will begin on January 1st the year following.
Okay, so here's the deal. This does sound a little bit confusing, a little bit challenging, but the beauty is you do not have to do this alone. How can someone benefit from the services of Mutual of Omaha?
Sure thing. Well, working with an experienced advisor with Mutual of Omaha will give you the knowledge, training, and skills that we have with the Medicare world to help navigate the Medicare plans that are available, as well as reviewing your situation to make sure we find the right fit for you.
Justin, thank you so much for making Medicare understandable. And for folks who may want even a little bit more information, how can they get that?
Yeah, so you can go to mutualofomaha.com. You can put in your location. We've got division offices throughout the nation here with experienced advisors standing by ready to help you out.
Justin, thanks so much. And thank you for joining us today. We hope that you now have a better understanding of Medicare, and that will help you ensure that you're retiring right.
Mortgage rates are historically low.
There has never been a better time to learn more about the new reverse mortgage.
Give us a call so we can help you reach your home financing goals.
Thank you for watching The Retiring Right Show. We are here to showcase the endless resources available to help you live your own retiring right dream. To connect with us or our partners on the show, please visit retiringright.us. That's www.retiringright.us, not .com. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page at retiringright.us to get the latest episodes, special offers, and see our behind-the-scenes shenanigans.